to our YouTube channel, Exploring Tampa Bay Commercial Real Estate. We try to have a show each week about what's going on in the local commercial real estate arena and more broadly in commercial real estate in general. Today we're going to be talking about designations that are offered by the National Association of Realtors. My name is Jay Wittner.
And I'm Rachael Manzanares.
We're the hosts of the show, so let's go ahead and get started. So as we're talking about these designations by the NAR, the National Association of Realtors, I want to draw your attention to the website here. It has additional information on all the things that we're talking about. It goes into far more detail than we have time to cover in the video. And there's a difference between designations and certifications. In both of them, you have to maintain membership in the National Association of Realtors to be able to use the letters after your name. But designations, in addition to maintaining your membership in the NAR, there's a separate annual dues to be part of that group, to have that designation. And certifications are not that way. You do have to maintain the National Association of Realtors membership, but there's no separate dues to maintain that. So first we'll talk about the designations, and most of these things have a comprehensive exam at the end. You take a few classes and have some discussion, and then you have like a big exam. If they don't have an exam, we'll try to tell you that in the description. So first we have the Accredited Land Consultant, the ALC. So as you might guess, this has to do with learning all about the land. Different kinds of soil, different slopes, drainage, and all these sorts of things. It's 104 course hours to get this. You have to have 2 years experience in land sales, land brokerage. And like some of the other ones, it has volume requirements. I should have explained this at the beginning. That means that you have to have done a certain number of transactions with a certain total dollar value to get the designation. So you can't just get your real estate license, take the course, and then get this designation. You actually have to have done a lot of transactions first.
Makes sense.
And the core classes here are Land 101, Land Investment Analysis, and Tax-Deferred 1031 Exchanges. Rachel?
Thank you. So next we're going to talk about CCIM, and CCIM designation is very well thought of in the commercial real estate world. This is probably one of the most important. So on this one here, we have a comprehensive coverage of the most significant aspects of commercial real estate, among the most prestigious and challenging of all designations. With that comes 200 classroom hours, so very substantial. 2 years experience, and again, volume requirements. As Jay mentioned, a lot of these have volume requirements, so you must have done enough transactions in this world to get your designation. Your core courses for this: financial analysis, market analysis, negotiations training, user decisions analysis, investment analysis, and ethics. So a pretty substantial amount of coursework for this one, but well worth it.
Next we have is Certified International Property Specialist. So there's a lot of extra steps that you have to go through if you're doing international business. You're representing an American client and they want to buy a property in Europe, so it's more complicated, and this helps you sort of navigate your way through these extra complications. So what this designation means is they've taken some classwork and learned how to handle these problems. It's 5 courses that you have to do, and of those 5, 2 of them are core courses, the other ones are elective. The core courses are local markets and transaction tools. Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here is the CPM, the Certified Property Manager. Holders of this designation are experts in management of real estate. 7 courses are required here, and 3 years experience in managing real estate. So you'll meet a lot of commercial real estate agents that are also property managers. Okay.
Next we have the Certified Real Estate Brokerage Manager. So this is a person who has taken some coursework and has the experience to manage a real estate brokerage office. So what we're talking about here is 5 courses that they have to take, and you have to have some real world experience. You must have at least 1 year of experience of managing a real estate brokerage office. And this is one of the ones that there's not a comprehensive exam. So you just take the courses, you have the experience, and then you can get this designation.
Awesome.
Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here is the CRE, Counselor of Real Estate. So this is one of the most exclusive designations for real estate experts. This is by invitation only. So there are only 1,100 in the world, which is pretty awesome. Holders generally have at least 10 years of real estate experience, so you must have been doing this a while before you are invited to get your CRE. They must have a senior position in their firm, must provide valuable counseling services, and again, there's no comprehensive exam for this one like the last. So you must have a lot of experience to be invited to be the CRE.
The next one we have is the General Accredited Appraiser. So there are other appraisers that are just qualified for residential, but when you hear the General Appraiser, that basically means that they can appraise anything, but this designation takes you further than that. So it means you can appraise any type of real estate, and also that you exceed the requirements of the state that you live in to be a general appraiser. You have to take the 60 course hours, and I was really impressed by this. You have to have at least 1,000 hours more experience than your state requires to have this description.
That's crazy.
So quite extensive experience and very important. The bankers want to make sure that the property they're loaning on is worth at least what they're loaning on.
Makes sense.
Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here is the Performance Management Network. So holders for this designation must have training on negotiation, networking, business planning, systems, and leadership. They must complete 3 courses. Again, there is volume requirements for this designation. However, there is no comprehensive exam. Jay?
Next, we have the Realtor Association Certified Executive. This is sort of a specialty designation. What this is for is a lot of cities have a Realtor Association or state level or national associations. That's what this is all about. So to even take this, to pursue this, you have to already be employed with one of these places. And it's really complicated how you qualify to get this.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to spend 10 minutes on this one designation. So
Right.
if you want to learn more about it, go to that website I mentioned at the beginning. It's a sort of complicated point system based on different activities, achievements, and education that you've picked up along the way to get the RCE. You have to be employed, as I said, by an organization to even try to get this, and you have to do the whole thing within 2 years, or you get to start over. Rachel?
All right, thank you. So the next one here is the Seller Representative Specialist. So in a lot of our transactions as commercial real estate agents, we are transactional. This is specific to representing sellers. So the designator must hold experience and training focused on seller representation specifically. There are 2 courses required for this. You must also be able to document 3 different transactions that are specific to seller representation. And again, there is no comprehensive exam for this one, so just some experience needed.
This one is the Society of Industrial and Office Realtors. So this one is a little bit similar to CCIM, but not as well known, I would say. So holders of this have great expertise in commercial real estate brokerage, and this one has different specialties to it.
Gotcha.
So there's a half a dozen different specialties that you can pursue, and the amount of experience they require for this depends on which of those specialties you're going after. So it's not uniform there. It does have volume requirements, which we've explained before. You have to have done a certain number of transactions with a certain value. And the core courses, regardless of what specialty that you decide you're going to pursue, are ethics and professional standards, construction and development, and understanding the lease agreement.
10 years experience, that's substantial.
Yeah, Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here is the Senior Real Estate Specialist. So for this designation, you're educated on the special aspects of dealing with seniors and accomplishing their objectives in real estate. So this is a 2-day course, a little bit shorter than some of the others, but it focuses specifically on working with seniors in real estate. All right, Jay, what are we doing next?
Okay, next we're in the certification area. So like I mentioned earlier, for these, there's not a separate annual dues that you have to continue paying. You have to take the course and take the fee for the course, but there's an ongoing extra expense. The first one we have is At Home with Diversity. So the idea behind this course is to equip realtors with dealing with people from different backgrounds, different races, different languages, different religions, whatever. Everybody has their own view of the world, and you need to work with different people to be able to accomplish your objectives. This is a one-day course, but potentially quite valuable in your career.
For sure.
Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here is the Certified Real Estate Team Specialist. So this is focusing on teams in real estate. Holders of this certification must be trained on how to develop their teams, how to lead, and how to maximize financial performance. So there are 3 courses required for this and no comprehensive exam. And again, this is focused on helping to grow teams in real estate. Okay.
Next we have the Digital Marketing Social Media. Now I know that you all are familiar with social media already, and probably 90% of you are using social media somewhat for your practice. But probably a lot of you haven't ever studied it in a structured way like this. So holders of this certification have been formally trained in how to use different kinds of social media for their real estate business. This is 12 credit hours, it's a 2-day course, and the different pieces of this are digital marketing, establishing a social media brand, navigating the social media maze, the real estate social media marketing planner, and making social media work. This is really important. If you're not using social media right now, you need to start. So check this out. Rachel?
Thank you. So this next one here is ePro. ePro is different than what Jay was talking about as far as social media goes. Essentially, ePro certification, holders of this are trained on how to use various digital marketing tools to sell real estate and their services. So it's a lot more broad on using digital marketing tools. This is a 2-day course.
This one is the Pricing Strategy Advisor. And obviously this is critical to help your client figure out what's a good price they can get for their property and what they should list it at and so forth.
Sure.
So these people have had extra training in pricing properties, in preparing the CMAs, the comparative market analysis, and working with appraisers and really figuring out the real value. Because if you're too high or you're too low, either one is bad.
Yeah.
So this is a 1-day class, and I would think beneficial for everybody.
Definitely.
Rachel?
Thank you. So the next one here we have is Real Estate Negotiation Expert, which I think is very important. Holders of this designation must have additional training on advanced negotiation skills. This is a 2-day course, and you're going to use the Power Negotiators Playbook and the Advanced Field Negotiations. With this, there is no comprehensive exam. And that's our show for you today. Again, I'm Rachael Manzanares. This is Jay Wittner. Thank you for joining us on Exploring Commercial Real Estate Tampa Bay. We do this show every Wednesday, so please tune in, subscribe to our channel, and make sure you don't miss anything. All of our information is listed here, and we hope to see you guys next week.
Well, thanks for watching, and don't miss next week. We're going to have a special show for you. Take care.
Take care.